Hi, everybody. Angela Poynton here from 11 out of 11. So good to be talking to you again. Today, I'm bringing on Boyd Ober from Leadership Resources. Boyd and I have worked together now for a couple of years, actually. And I thought, given what's going on, we could all use some leadership guidance right now. So say hello to everybody, Boyd, and give yourself a little introduction.
Good morning, Angela. Always great to see you. I love that you bring a smile to my face every time I get to talk to you. So thank you for that. Leadership Resources, we're based out of Lincoln, Nebraska, offices in Lincoln and Omaha, and we specialize in helping companies find a strategic vision of where they want to go, execute on that, and also developing their leaders to be higher performers.
Awesome. So here's my question for you, Boyd. A lot of people wish that they were better leaders during this challenging time right now. How is your company helping to develop leaders right now?
Yeah, great question, Angela. And I think when you think about those type of things, I think people need to give themselves a little bit more credit than they are sometimes, focus on what they are doing well. So and none of us could predict being in a pandemic situation, right? So we don't want to get too down on ourselves about what we're doing and not doing at this point. But it is an opportunity to reflect and to think about how I want to be a better leader moving forward. So when we think about it, we always challenge people to say, really, what does it mean to be in development? When I'm thinking about myself in development, I'm 56. It's been a journey. When I was 26 and I was put in a leadership role, I didn't know what I know today, but that's not even possible. So think about your current situation and say, what can I do to be a better leader in the next month, in the next 2 months? But no, don't beat yourself up for what you didn't do yesterday, right? So that's one of the key important things is to really think about your current situation and also what is development. And for us, development is different maybe than what training might be in a lot of situations. Development is really about how do I change my mindset and how do I think differently than to act differently. So you want to surround yourself with opportunities to think differently and then to act differently.
Yeah, I love what you were saying in the beginning there about, give yourself a little bit of credit. I've always been impressed by your company and your services. And one thing that has always stuck with me is the length of your programs.
Yeah.
Because I think there's something to be learned just in how long you work with clients on becoming a better leader. It's not an overnight process.
It's
It is
not.
something that takes time.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that a little bit? And can you talk about maybe how people have been forced to be in these leadership roles with a new environment overnight, really?
Yeah. I think it's an important thing to be reflective on that. And I'll use kind of an analogy, Angela, that I use a lot of times with people is a lot of times we wake up and we say, man, I really need to be in better shape. And normally we do that on January 1st. But the reality is we didn't get into the shape we are in overnight. So let's not kid ourselves and say we're going to get out of it overnight either. I would be the first one to say, man, if I could go to the gym and work out for 8 hours one day and be done for the rest of the year, I would sign up all day, every day, and the money probably wouldn't be an issue at that point. And we got to think of ourselves from a leadership standpoint the same way. We're not developing ourselves for a leader for today. We're developing our leadership skills for tomorrow. We don't know what this situation and we don't know what the next situation is going to be. So what we want to do is understand today that what we're doing today is got us where we are and we're pretty good at what we're doing. So now let's start thinking about what do I want to be different in a month or in 2 months, and then break that down and say, what's one behavior that I want to get better at over the next 8 weeks? And that may be very simple to say, because I'm working remote, I want to do better at checking in with my team members on a regular basis and really finding out what they're doing, how they're doing in going about their business, and give them authentic support during that time. And one of the things that one of our clients knew, and he said, I've never been a real empathetic person. It's always been the facts with me. Let's go. But he's using our development system to help remind himself to check in every day with a certain group of people. And he says it's amazing when I'm checking in with them, even though we're remote, we're connecting at a higher level now. And I know we're building stronger relationships for the future. So he's picked one thing that he wants to work on and getting better at that over the next 8 weeks.
Amazing, amazing. And it's about taking those bite-sized chunks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it really is. And I think now's a great time for people. And I know we're all busy. And I think one thing we have to remember as leaders is we're all in different situations. And there's people like myself that we don't have kids at home anymore, right? So when I'm working out of the house, I have less distractions. There's other people on our team that have young kids. I mean, 6 months old, 2 years old, 2-year old kids. Well, their distractions are much different than mine. And we as leaders have to recognize that situation and be able to put ourselves in the shoes of them for a while and say, what is it that they can do in their current environment to be better, not only now, but in the future?
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, if you guys want to learn a little bit more about leadership resources, they are helping people become better leaders, and they are doing this work virtually now, which is amazing. Go over to lrsuccess.com and check them out. They got some great white papers, a lot of resources, and helpful information for all of you. Thanks so much, Boyd.
Thanks, Angela. Have a great day and good luck to everybody. God bless. Be safe.
Thank you.